Going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to everyone who support the platform. Much love, much love. And we are back with another video. And in this video, I'm going to start off with this article, and the article will be left down in the description box for you guys to read for yourselves. But I'm going to start this video off with an article, and then I'm going to give my commentary after. So let's get into this article. It says, Carlee Russell, who admitted to faking her own kidnapping in Alabama, was found guilty in the hoax and sentenced to a year in jail. This is by CNN.com. Carlee Russell, the Alabama woman who admitted to faking her own kidnapping, has been found guilty of 2 misdemeanor charges related to the case, according to CNN affiliates WBMA and WVTM. Russell had pleaded not guilty to 1 count of false reporting to law enforcement authorities and 1 count of falsely reporting an incident. A judge found her guilty, and Russell was sentenced to a year in jail and to pay nearly $18,000 in restitution, according to the reports. Russell's attorney, Emory Anthony, told CNN affiliate WVTM his client asked for a verdict so they could appeal the case to a circuit court in an effort to avoid jail time. Anthony said Russell does not object to paying restitution, saying, "I think anything is fair when it comes to restitution with the expenses that were done. So we have to say that is fair. Anytime you assert restitution, it has to be proven." The amount, 17,000 in some hours spent, I would think that would be fair. Anthony said his client has apologized for what she has done, and he wants to make sure her mental state is just fine. Russell staged a kidnapping in July that captured the nation's attention after she mysteriously disappeared after calling 911 to report a child walking along a highway. Officers arrived at the site and found her vehicle and personal items, but Russell was nowhere to be found. After nearly a 49-hour police search, Russell returned home and said she had been abducted, held hostage, and escaped her captors. Authorities continued investigating, and soon her kidnapping story unraveled. Police investigated the kidnapping, found Russell's web searches included things like, do you have to pay for an Amber Alert? And how to take money from a register without being caught. Hoover Police Chief Nick Derzis said her phone's search history also included queries for bus tickets from Birmingham to Nashville with a departure date of July 13th, the date she went missing, and searches for the movie Taken, and an action film in which a woman is kidnapped by human traffickers. Russell later admitted it was all a hoax. So now, here's what I think. This is a perfect example of modern day Black women being horny and broken. It's obvious that Carlee Russell is a broken woman. And she did all of this to get attention that she's desperately in search of. We know the backstory that she was going through something with her quote unquote boyfriend, and she was doing things to try to get his attention. This is a classic example of modern day Black women are just horny and broken. She went all the way to staging a kidnapping to try to get the attention and the sympathy of a guy. And in the midst of doing this, she wasted the nation's time. She played in a lot of women's trauma. She's played in a lot of Black women's trauma in particularly. And she also stole money. Because let's not forget the $70,000 she made off the GoFundMe. And what her lawyers tried to do was try to get her out of going to jail and just pay back the money. No, she needs to be in prison. Women like this deserve the full extent of her punishment. She does not deserve any leniency. It has nothing to do with a mental health problem. It simply has to do with her level of immaturity. This speaks to her being immature, wanting what she wants, and when she doesn't get it, this is how far some of these women will go. This has nothing to do with mental illness. This is a spoiled little brat that when she doesn't get her way, she showed the world how far she will go to force things to go her way. And she got a rude awakening. And see, a lot of Black women need to learn from this situation. Because see, all of this acting out and doing crazy stuff like this, and then thinking you're just going to get a pass because you're a woman. You're just going to get away with it because the people will understand. And no, them days are over. Those days are over. Okay? Understand this, modern women. You acting out of control and then thinking that things are going to go your way, those days are over. And like y'all heard me say when I did the show about Carlee Russell, and I'm going to leave the link down in the description box, she deserves to be in prison. And I'm glad that she's in prison for it. And she needs to stay in prison for the whole year. I believe that this judgment is perfectly fair. Perfectly fair. She needs to learn that just because you're a spoiled little brat and you don't know how to control your emotions, it doesn't grant you carte blanche to create some conspiracy around yourself so you can get some goddamn attention. It's time to grow up, Carlee Russell. And it just so happened that maybe you'll learn your lesson in prison. And a lot of you Black women who behave this way, who think this way, a lot of y'all are going to have to learn in prison. Because the shit that y'all do will no longer be tolerated. Because just like it isn't tolerated in other countries, a lot of it will no longer be tolerated here in America. It's time to grow up. Just because your boyfriend is not giving you your way, it doesn't mean you create a whole goddamn conspiracy about women and all of this extra immature shit that you thought will grant you some attention. Well, it did. It did. It granted you some attention by law enforcement. So this should be a lesson for you modern day Black women who also think you can play with the police. Who also think you can create situations and then run to the police and think the police is going to bail you out. Those days are over. Those days are over. And there's no longer hiding any evidence, hiding your motive, none of that. Because as y'all heard in the report, they went through her phone, meaning they searched her phone queries, and they did it on her computer as well. So there is no more, it's just my word against his. It's my word against them. Oh, well, I'm a woman and I'm going to play this damsel in distress mode. See, that's over with. That's over with. Why you think you don't see a lot of Karening going on like you used to? Because a lot of them women are going to jail for disorderly conduct, for misdemeanor assault. They're going to jail because nobody's going to put up with your immaturity. And you did all of this to get some attention from a dude. So you need his penis that bad, huh? His penis was that good, huh? It's time to grow up. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I drop some new content right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Also, get down in the description box and click that link to the Carlee Russell show that I did a while back. Also, get down in the comment section and let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about Carlee Russell being found guilty. Do you agree? Do you agree with the sentencing, or do you disagree? Do you think it's a mental health thing? Get down in the comment section and let me know. Shout out to all the visionaries, man. DS1 Ross, Sheep Stay Sleep TV, and I'm going to catch y'all on the next video. Peace.